It is gorgeous, it's electric, and it's a great representation of where the automobile industry is headed. The world premiere of the ID Vision from Volkswagen completes the ID family, or maybe not, but still it is the fourth one we are seeing. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Car and Bike Show. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Partnkar, and as promised, we are bringing you all the latest from the 2018 Geneva Motor Show.
The ID Vision is similar in terms of size to say the likes of the Volkswagen Passat, but of course packs level 5 autonomous tech and 2 electric motors, making a total of 301 horsepower between them. The car also gets an all-electric range of a whopping 665 kilometers on a full charge. While VW brought in a cool future sedan, Porsche had a trick up its sleeve and surprised everyone with its brand new concept car, the Mission E-Cross Turismo. The Mission E-Cross Turismo is essentially a wagon version of the Mission E concept that will make it to production next year, and it boasts 0 to 100 km per hour in just 3.5 seconds and a power rating of over 600 horsepower.
The tiny compact crossover, a global sweet spot, and Skoda is certainly talking right about that with the Vision X. The color is fantastic, certainly gets your attention, but it's the compact proportion that really interests me even more. And it's not just here in Europe, it's pretty much across the world in different markets that you're seeing an appeal for a vehicle like this one. Now, of course, it's a concept, which is why the face is nice and embellished and a little exaggerated with the use of a lit front grille. That's not going to make it to production, but I'll tell you what, the car certainly will. Can it come to our market? Too premature and possibly not at the kind of cost structures we talk about, but a product like this certainly works in the Indian context.
In fact, with Skoda leading the charge for compact model development for India, for both VW and Skoda itself, we asked Matthias Müller, the chairman of Volkswagen Group, about the future of mobility, especially in the Indian context.
You know that we feel the Indian market is of paramount importance. We are investing together with Skoda to have cars that customers can really use and feel they're very useful. And cities like Mumbai that have choked traffic should be one of the markets which such mobility concepts can be tested as prototypes.
Electric cars and SUVs seem to be the flavor of the show, and Audi showcased an almost production-ready version of its e-tron SUV at the 2018 Geneva Auto Show. And for the first time ever, 250 prototype Audi e-trons were also unleashed on the streets of Geneva.
We started some years ago with the e-tron philosophy, and I said when we are able, by technique, to provide a customer a solution with a range of, let's say, at around 500 kilometers, then we are in the business.
Audi also used Geneva as a launchpad for its new generation A6 sedan. The new A6 gets Audi's new family design on the exterior with the large grille, but what we really adore are the new lights and, in typical Audi style, the new lighting patterns. The luxury sedan also features dual touchscreen layout like its big sister the A8, and yes, it will make it to India soon. Now how about a car with 1479 horsepower? And while you're at it, how about some carbon fiber wipers to go with it? Meet the new Bugatti Chiron Sport. Yes, Bugatti has actually added a sport title to the utterly bonkers Chiron. It isn't faster to 100, it isn't faster in terms of top speed, but thanks to a new handling package, it is much faster around a racetrack than the regular Chiron. Hence the equally bonkers $3.25 million price tag. While electric cars are cool, twin-turbo V8 powered super sedans are hot. And hot is exactly what we would call the brand spanking new Mercedes-AMG GT 4-door coupe. With either 639 or 585 horsepower on tap from its twin-turbo V8, the AMG GT 63S 4-door is the best way to scare the daylights out of your 4 passengers with a 0 to 100 km time as low as 3.2 seconds. And it's not only the muscle underneath that we love, but that beautiful swooping coupe-like body too. From one German super saloon to another, but this one has the BMW and more importantly, an M badge on it. The all-new BMW M8 Grand Coupe concept will make it to production sometime next year as a 4-door version of the 8 Series lineup. The M8 will of course be the fire-breathing version of the regular 8 Series Grand Coupe, and if concepts are any indication, the production cars should look quite stunning. Staying with the Bavarian brand, this is the all-new BMW X4 Coupe SUV, now in its 2nd generation. What is essentially a BMW X3 in a fancier gown, the X4 takes on the likes of the Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe along with other stylish SUVs like the Range Rover Evoque. The X4 will get a range of 2-litre petrol and diesel engines in the entry-level versions, while the top spec models will get 6-cylinder 3-litre petrol or diesel versions. This is a car that is expected to make it to India in 2019. And now for one of the most popular cars at this year's Geneva Auto Show, the brand new Ferrari 488 Pista. Pista in Italian means track, and that is exactly the environment this new performance Ferrari is meant for. What is essentially the performance version of the regular 488 GTB, the Pista gets from 0 to 100 in just 2.8 seconds and onto a top speed of 340 km per hour. The car packs a 3.9-litre twin-turbo V8 packing 711 horsepower of peak power and 770 Newton meters of peak torque. There were some absolutely stunning concept cars on display this year at the 2018 Geneva Auto Show, and one of the standout models was this, the Hyundai Lafille concept. Made as a showcase that gives us a glimpse into Hyundai's future styling direction, the Lafille concept is a 4-seater, 4-door coupe, just like the AMG we showcased earlier. It is also a showcase on an all-new platform that the Korean automaker is using called Light Architecture. The interior also gives us a future showcase with an ample use of materials like wood. But that's not all that Hyundai had to offer. One of the stars of the 2018 Geneva Auto Show, especially with an Indian context, is this, the all-new Santa Fe. The flagship Hyundai SUV made its public debut at the show this year with an absolutely sexy and butch styling. The Santa Fe gets a range of petrol and diesel engines with both manual and auto gearboxes. And if you think that's all the Korean automaker brought to the show floor, here is the hat trick. Hyundai also showcased the electric version of its compact SUV, the Kona, that is capable of going 470 km on a single charge. The Kona will make it to India next year, but possibly with a lower spec version that will offer 300 km of full range and a top speed of 155 km per hour. One of the most awaited launches of the Geneva Auto Show wasn't an SUV or an electric car or a million horsepower hypercar. It was actually the return of a model name from Toyota that is revered by all in automotive circles, the Supra. Although everyone expected the road-going version of the car to make its highly anticipated and much awaited debut, what was showcased instead was a track-only race version. Made by Gazoo Racing, the people who run the Toyota factory team, this is the GR Supra racing concept. From sports car back to the popular SUV, Geneva also played host to the public debut of the Lexus UX compact SUV. The flamboyant grille and edgy design that Lexus have been so famous or infamous for in recent years continues on the UX too, but the compact SUV does have the perfect dimensions to take on the likes of the popular Mercedes GLA, the BMW X1, the Audi Q3 and the Volvo XC40.
It is a new home and therefore a new position for Tata Motors here at the Motor Show floor in Geneva. Importantly though, right next to group brands Jaguar and Land Rover. So in the past they used to be split up, but now right next door, and it's a huge pavilion that you see for JLR, really well laid out, all the models on display, and you know what, kind of proportionate to the kind of confidence these brands are feeling right now.
The Range Rover SV Coupe is limited to just 999 units and is made by the Special Vehicle Operations at JLR. It is the first ever full-size but still two-door luxury SUV. The SV Coupe will feature a range of customization options but will come standard with a massive glass panoramic roof, a unique side vent design, and for the first time ever on a Land Rover, massive 23-inch wheels.
Distinctly Jaguar in its face, isn't it? And that's intentional because you want it to be recognized as a Jag. But then, the minute you go past the face, things start to get really dramatic and different. Short boot, really generous wheelbase, low roof coupe line. That's what makes the I-Pace really distinct in how it looks. And then if that's not enough for you, you come around to the back and again, the way it's finished at the back, very, very different, yet with a Jaguar signature thrown into the tail light. Now, it's a big deal model for JLR. First production electric, and promises a lot that will come from the brand. And think about it, the last few years from several OEMs we've been hearing about the promise of electric vehicles. Finally seeing the production reality is a big deal.
Yeah, we like to disrupt things a little bit. You know what we're like at Jag. Yeah, we like a bit of fun, but we like to just sort of push the boat out a little bit and just see what the reaction is. But we embarked on this car maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and the design team was up for it. They could see the potential in it. I'm glad we've done it now. It's going to be quite revolutionary, actually.
This show marked the 20th year that Tata Motors has taken part at the Geneva Auto Show, and to celebrate those 20 years, it first showcased its Auto X4 cars, the H5X and the 45X concepts. And then came the big new reveal, specially for the Geneva Auto Show, the brand new Tata E-Vision sedan concept. The E-Vision showcases the Impact Design 2.0 from Tata Motors, similar to the one seen on the other two concept cars. However, the E-Vision looks a lot sleeker than anything else we have seen in the history of the brand, and yes, it is an all-electric car. While not much has been revealed in terms of a powertrain, the e-Vision is based on the Omega platform that also underpins the H5X SUV. The sedan also features a minimalistic interior design with a light palette and wood inserts. The dashboard features a hideaway infotainment screen, an all-digital cockpit and a third screen inbuilt into the dashboard. While the e-Vision is just a concept as of now, we would personally love to see this one make it to production, though Tata is not announcing anything just yet. If numbers and specs were all that was important to you, we have left the greatest for last. While this car might come from an automaker that you probably haven't heard of, the numbers it puts out will make you sit up and listen. 1,887 horsepower, 2,300 Newton meters of torque, a top speed of 412 kilometers per hour, and 0 to 100 in just 1.97 seconds. This is the brand new Rimac C2. Rimac is essentially an electric mobility solutions provider and a hypercar maker from Croatia, and the C2 is its second hypercar. The new car also comes with a range of active aero, making it not just a straight line missile.
The Road to World car always takes a major halt at the Geneva Motor Show, and it's no different this year. The top 3 in the world across all categories, including the big one, World Car of the Year 2018, being announced right here at the PAL Expo.
So here are the contenders. For the World Car of the Year 2018, the finalists are the Range Rover Velar, Volvo XC60, Mazda CX-5. For the World Urban Car of the Year, the finalists are the Suzuki Swift, Volkswagen Polo, the Ford Fiesta. For the World Luxury Car of the Year 2018, the top 3 finalists are the Audi A8, the Porsche Cayenne, and the Porsche Panamera. For the World Performance Car of the Year 2018, the top 3 contenders are the BMW M5, the Honda Civic Type R, and the Lexus LC500. For the World Green Car of the Year 2018, the finalists are the BMW 530e iPerformance, the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, and the Nissan Leaf. And finally, for the World Car Design of the Year 2018, the top 3 finalists are the Volvo XC60, the Range Rover Velar, and the Lexus LC500. The winners, as always, will be announced at the New York Auto Show in the next few weeks, and as always, we will bring you all those results right here and on our website www.carandbike.com. This year though, there was also another award category added, the World Car Person of the Year, and the top honor for the inaugural award went to Volvo Car Group's President and Chief Executive Officer, Hakan Samuelsson.
It's a great honor. It was a great surprise also, and I think it's an acknowledgement that you only should not do more of the same. You should also be bold enough to do what you believe in, and it's an acknowledgement, of course, to all of the people who have been really doing the turnaround together with me with Volvo cars.
Now that's nice and hot, and it's nice and cool icy blue at the same time. It's a good note to end on, because of course something racy and sexy like that certainly gets a smile on everybody's face. The Huracan Performante Spider makes that car go topless, and it's certainly leaving me with a lot of enticement in terms of something that I'm going to look forward to driving. With that, it's also time to wrap up the show, like I said, and you've got to react to what you've seen here from the Geneva Motor Show. As always, your feedback is welcome, and as always, I'm going to implore that you wear your seatbelts, please wear your helmets. Join us next week. Over.